If coffee used to flip your brain on, but now it barely moves the needle, you're not imagining it. The main reason is simple. Your body adapts, and the same dose stops feeling like a boost. But the fix is not just drink more. That usually buys a short bump, then costs you sleep, mood, and focus later. In this video, I'll give you a clear mental model for why caffeine stops working, and what to do instead so you can feel alert without leaning harder on stimulants. We'll talk about tolerance, sleep pressure, stress chemistry, and a few sneaky habits that make caffeine feel useless. Then we'll build a practical reset plan you can actually follow. No extremes, no biohacking circus, just the levers that matter most. And if you only change one thing, you'll know exactly which one to start with. Let's start with what caffeine is really doing in your brain. Moving to slide 2. Caffeine doesn't create energy. It mainly blocks a signal called adenosine. Adenosine is like your brain's sleep pressure meter. The longer you're awake, the more adenosine builds up, and the sleepier you feel. Caffeine sits on adenosine receptors and basically puts a piece of tape over that warning light. You feel more alert, reaction time improves, and effort feels easier for a while. But here's the catch. The adenosine is still building in the background. When caffeine wears off, that sleep pressure can hit you all at once, which is why some people crash hard. This also explains why caffeine works best when you're reasonably rested. If you're running on fumes, caffeine is just hiding the signal, not fixing the cause. So when people say caffeine stopped working, it's often because the underlying sleep pressure and fatigue are simply too high to mask. Next, let's talk about tolerance, the big reason your usual dose feels weaker. Moving to slide 3. Your brain hates being fooled. If you block adenosine receptors every day, your body adapts by changing the system. One common adaptation is increasing the number or sensitivity of adenosine receptors, so the same cup of coffee has less impact. That's tolerance. It can build faster than people expect, especially with multiple doses across the day. And tolerance is why just add another shot becomes a treadmill. You need more to get the same effect, and then you need even more. The problem is that higher total caffeine raises the odds of jitteriness, stomach issues, and sleep disruption. And sleep disruption feeds more fatigue, which makes you reach for more caffeine. That loop is how people end up saying, "I can drink espresso and still feel tired." They're not weak. Their brain has simply adjusted the volume knob. The good news is tolerance can also unwind, but it needs a smarter approach than white-knuckling through misery. So what makes tolerance worse? Moving to slide 4. A lot of people drink caffeine at the exact wrong time, right after waking. In the first hour or so, your body is already ramping up its natural wake signals. If you add caffeine immediately, you often waste part of the effect and set up a mid-morning slump. A more useful pattern for many people is to delay caffeine 60 to 90 minutes after waking. That's not magic. It just lines caffeine up with the moment your alertness tends to dip. The other timing trap is late caffeine. Caffeine has a long half-life, meaning a meaningful amount can still be in your system hours later. Even if you fall asleep, sleep quality can take a hit and you wake up less restored. Then you need more caffeine the next day. If caffeine stopped working, ask 2 questions. When is your first dose? And when is your last dose? Fixing timing alone can make the same amount feel stronger. Now let's cover the hidden reason caffeine feels weak. Moving to slide 5. Sleep debt is the most boring explanation, and it's often the correct one. If you consistently get less sleep than you need, your baseline alertness drops. Caffeine can still block adenosine, but it can't replace the brain and body recovery that happens during sleep. Studies show performance and mood can degrade with chronic short sleep even when people feel used to it. That's the tricky part. You may not feel dramatically sleepy, but your focus, patience, and motivation are quietly worse. Then caffeine becomes less noticeable because you're starting from a deeper hole. Another factor is sleep fragmentation. Waking up briefly, snoring, or restless sleep. You can spend 8 hours in bed and still wake up unrefreshed. If that's you, the goal isn't more caffeine. The goal is better sleep quantity and quality, because that's the foundation caffeine is borrowing from. Next, we'll talk about stress, because stress can feel like fatigue, and caffeine can amplify it. Moving to slide 6. Not all tired is sleepiness. Sometimes you're wired but exhausted. That's often stress physiology. When stress is high, your body may run more on adrenaline and cortisol. You can feel tense, scattered, and mentally foggy at the same time. In that state, caffeine doesn't feel like clean energy. It can feel like more noise. For some people, it increases anxiety, heart racing, or irritability, which then makes focus worse. And if you're using caffeine to push through stress, you may skip breaks, eat poorly, and stay in go mode all day. That keeps the system activated and makes real recovery harder. A practical takeaway is to separate low sleep pressure from high stress. If you're sleepy, caffeine may help briefly. If you're stressed and overstimulated, the better move might be a short walk, slower breathing, hydration, or food. Things that stabilize your system instead of revving it. Now let's cover a big one people miss: blood sugar and underfueling. Moving to slide 7. If you rely on caffeine while undereating, caffeine starts to feel like it does nothing, or it makes you shaky. That's because part of what you call energy is actually fuel availability. If breakfast is skipped, or it's mostly sugar, your blood glucose can swing. You might feel okay for a bit, then crash, then reach for more coffee. Also, caffeine can blunt appetite, which makes the underfueling problem worse. A simple fix is to pair your first caffeine with real food, especially protein and fiber. That doesn't need to be a perfect diet. It just needs to be consistent enough that your brain isn't running on stress hormones. Hydration matters too. Mild dehydration can feel like fatigue and headaches, and coffee can be mildly diuretic for some people. So before you assume you need more caffeine, check the basics. Did you eat? Did you drink water? And did you get some salt and minerals if you sweat a lot? Next, we'll build a practical caffeine reset that doesn't wreck your week. Moving to slide 8. If you want caffeine to work again, you need to lower tolerance and protect sleep. The cleanest method is a short caffeine break, but it doesn't have to be dramatic. Option 1 is a full stop for 7 to 14 days. Expect headaches, lower mood, and sleepiness for a few days. Then it usually improves. Option 2 is a taper. Cut your total caffeine by about 25% every 2 to 3 days. That reduces withdrawal while still lowering tolerance. Option 3 is a caffeine window. Keep caffeine only in the morning and keep the dose consistent. No top-ups. Whichever option you choose, the key is to replace the ritual. Use decaf, herbal tea, or even just a hot drink so your brain still gets the comfort cue without the stimulant. And during a reset, prioritize sleep, hydration, and meals, because those make the withdrawal much easier. Now let's talk about what to do instead of caffeine when you need alertness fast. Moving to slide 9. When you need a real boost, start with light and movement. Bright outdoor lights soon after waking help set your circadian rhythm, which improves daytime alertness and nighttime sleep. If you hit an afternoon dip, a 5 to 10 minute brisk walk can raise arousal and mood without the late caffeine penalty. Another tool is a short non-sleep deep rest break, basically lying down, eyes closed, slow breathing for 10 minutes. It won't replace sleep, but it can reduce stress load and improve focus. If you're truly sleepy, a 10 to 20 minute nap can be powerful. Keep it short so you don't wake up groggy. And if you still want caffeine, try using less but more strategically. For example, a smaller dose paired with a walk can feel stronger than doubling the coffee while staying seated. Next, we'll make this actionable with a simple daily plan you can follow. Moving to slide 10. Here's a simple plan that fits most schedules. First, set a caffeine cutoff. For many people, stopping 8 to 10 hours before bed protects sleep. If you go to bed at 11, that might mean no caffeine after 1 or 3. Second, delay your first caffeine by about an hour after waking, and drink water first. Third, cap your total daily amount. Pick a number you can maintain, like 1 or 2 standard cups, and stop there. Fourth, build a dip protocol for the time you usually crash. That could be a walk, a protein snack, or a 10-minute rest. Fifth, reserve higher caffeine days for when you truly need them, not as your default. Over time, this brings sensitivity back. You'll notice caffeine feels cleaner, and you'll rely on it less. The goal isn't to demonize caffeine, it's to make it optional again. Let's close with the key takeaways and a quick way to personalize your next step. Moving to slide 11. If caffeine stopped working, the most likely culprits are tolerance, poor timing, sleep debt, and stress overload. Start with the highest leverage fix. Protect your sleep by moving your last caffeine earlier. Then experiment with delaying your first dose and keeping your total amount consistent. If you want a faster reset, do a short break or a taper and support it with food, hydration, and light movement. And remember, caffeine is a tool. If it's covering up chronic sleep loss, it will feel weaker every month. If it's amplifying stress, it will feel messy instead of helpful. Your goal is steady energy, not spikes and crashes. One subscription CTA. If you want more practical, science-informed routines like this, subscribe for future videos. One comment CTA. In the comments, which is your bigger issue? A. Caffeine timing, or B. Sleep debt? This information is not a substitute for medical advice.